In the past, we know that the military has released so many people who have been screened and found not at any hand. I don't know whether you have any mechanism to monitor those people, because from our own findings, some of them are not really welcomed by the community, and it could be maybe a reason for them to go to now join the insurgent, since they are not accepted by the community. I don't know whether the military is doing something about monitoring them, and then, if need be, to sort of find a way of really settling them somewhere else.
Thank you.
I am Fatimsa Abdullahi from NTV. Now that the war is almost coming to an end, do you require any kind of support from the public or any organization at all? And what kind of support do you require?
Thank you.
My name is Lafiya. I report to Channel Television. Recently, we saw over the media promotion of officers, and I'd like to know if it extends to the soldiers of the front. Do they also benefit from the recent promotion?
Yes, actually, sir. My name is Gordon Kayode of the Nigerian Tribune. The 7 kidnapped, are they part of the 37 foreigners or part of the 1,880 which get operated? And what is the sex of them? Are they all women? Thank you.
Kidnapped or kidnappers?
Or kidnappers?
I didn't say kidnapped.
Okay,
I write who has been kidnapped.
Okay, kidnappers. Okay. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Perhaps let me go through this. Abdul Karim. All right. Thank you. Yes, the same way you heard about the capture of Shekau is the same way I had. And in fact, I didn't even read the papers that day. I think it was, whether it's Tribune or so. The Sun. Okay. I was told, and I didn't get to see it. So, and of course, calls came, and even some say congratulations. I say, congratulations for what? They say, you capture Shekau. I say, look, I'm waiting for, they said there are some hunters. So I said, okay, I've ordered all my commanders to be on the alert to receive the hunters from that. Is it a mountain? So that's it. So perhaps there's nothing like that. For the Chibok girls, yes, this has always been our expectation that of all, like in the past 1 week now, the 1,880 that we rescued, we're hoping that the Chibok girls were there. So, but we're very hopeful. The operation is not over yet, and it continues. So I believe that in due course, we will get to rescue the Chibok girls. Hamza. The rotation of troops, you're very right. Some of our troops, you have some of them who have spent 2 years. That's very true. And some even over 2 years. Again, that's part and parcel of why this is a collective responsibility to ensure that this madness comes to an end. So that the soldiers themselves, I have not seen my family for a long time. My daughter has been in school. She's now on holidays, but I've not seen her. My son too, the same thing. So throughout the period she spent in school, I never set my eyes on her. This period that she'll be on holidays, I'm not likely to see her. So it's all part of the challenge that, in my view, that all together we must, and I'm not complaining, and I think the soldiers are not complaining, because they also understand that these are issues for which we've been called to undertake based on the oath of allegiance that we have sworn to defend anywhere, anytime. So that's it, and we're here. But for us, for me as the commander, of course, I take I make, along with my colleagues, we'll take every measure to ensure that issues of welfare are solved, and those that, of course, require very urgent in the sense of, depending on the gravity of it, some measures have been taken to ensure that the impact is not beyond proportion. But yes, we will, and thankfully, the Chief of Army Staff, which I've also told you in his good message, indicated to the troops, and which we have assured them repeatedly, that come next year, we will begin to see a downward size of troops. So that, of course, will mean that there will be a rotation of troops. Memuna, the 37 foreigners, we are still profiling them to know whether they are members of Boko Haram or not. For foreigners, it's easy. For those who are Nigerians, it's easier because we're able to trace them to possibly their roots. But for foreigners, you need to do, you have to have a lot of engagement with the foreign partners, talking about the members of the Lake Chad Basin Authority, for them to, give you, data relative to those who are in the custody. So that is ongoing, and in due course, we'll let you know. On the position of the operation, of course, that's the whole essence of this press briefing, to let you know a day-to-day account of what we've done and what is left to be done. As I speak to you, quite a lot is happening, and I think that before the next 48 hours, some good news will begin to roll out. Again, in due course, I'll get back to you on them. The operation that we're conducting, even though the focus is on Sambisa, it's not limited to Sambisa, it's the entire theater of operation. That's why right in the lineup of activities that I touched on, I made mention of the Tumbus and talked about the Dogonchiku, which our troops operated. So that's in the north. So it's not. I also talked about Gulumbagana, where we went to. That is not in Sambisa. That is, of course, sharing border with Tikwa local government as well as Bama and part of Kalabagi local government. I hope that now Gwamna, the 299 that were released, that they are not welcome in society. Again, it's not actually something that the military should speak on, but of course we can add our voice. And I think that this engagement we're having is all part of that collective effort to ensure that the people too need to understand the circumstances that have led to the release of those who we believe, based on the intelligence available to us and the due diligence we have taken, to have them released to the community. It's not going to, the trauma that this madness brought to the populace is not going to go out overnight, but it requires continuous engagement and dialogue that will lead to it. I think that perhaps this is a good opportunity to call on other stakeholders to begin to do something to see how we'll begin to see ourselves together and begin to welcome. This is love season. This is season of love, sharing. It is because someone loved you and I that even when he knew that that in quotes you are not deserving, but he died for you. So it's the same way. I want to possibly use this opportunity to call on all well-meaning people of the Northeast and Borno in particular to begin to see this along this path. And of course, we can also work out better ways of approaching the issue to ensure that the trauma, the level of trauma is reduced, and we begin to see ourselves to be bound together in love, as we have always been. Borno is the home of hospitality. Hospitality can only come when you are receptive. So if we don't receive our own, then there's a problem. I think that is something that all of us together we can work out. And I think in due course that I know that some action is being taken in that regard. Support from the public and what? I thank you for your question. Look, the issue that was purported in that video, it was because there's no road. Now that we're engaged in road construction, that is not a core mandate of Operation Lafiya Dole. And if I had additional tools, by way I know there are individuals within the Northeast.